Bonjour et bienvenue à cette leçon de la première unité de Bedo. Ici, on va apprendre la communication, l'expression de l'antériorité, la postériorité et aussi la simultanéité. D'abord, le sujet de cette leçon, c'est dorénavant. Le premier devoir pour vous, c'est de savoir qu'est-ce que ça veut dire le mot dorénavant. Alright, so I want you to find out that word and we shall continue from there. Aujourd'hui, je vais vous exprimer, on va voir quels sont les tons utilisés pour exprimer l'antériorité et la postériorité. What expressions, what tenses do we use to express anteriority and posteriority? D'abord, je vais vous montrer le futur antérieur. Qu'est-ce que c'est le futur antérieur? Now, le futur antérieur is a futuristic expression. It's simple saying that pour exprimer quelque chose dans le futur, mais une action qui s'est déjà passée. Alright? Par exemple, ici, I have s'utilise pour exprimer une action passée dans le futur. Now, let me break that down. Alright? We use the future antérieur to express an action that is already past in the future. Now, what does that mean? It means that, you see, in the future, all right, in the future, we can have possibly two actions in the future. All right, nous pouvons avoir deux actions dans le futur, but the two of them cannot happen at the same time, or the two of them are not happening at the same time. So therefore, one is going to be an action that must have happened before the other. So if I have two actions happening in the future, all right, and I know you know future sense. So if I use future simple to express an action in the future, what will I use to express this action? Because this action now related to this is in the past. So my point is, if I have two actions in the future, they both did not come up at the same time, one of them is going to be a futuristic expression, one of them is going to be a future past. So future antérieur simply means future past. Alright, so how do we use futur antérieur? It says that le futur antérieur s'utilise pour exprimer une action passée dans le futur. It is used to express an action that is past, although it's in the future. So an action that is yet to happen, but even though by the time it's going to happen, related to this, is in the past. So, example, les enfants joueront quand ils auront complété leur travail. Les enfants joueront quand ils auront complété leur travail. The kids will play. All right? The kids will play when they will have finished their work. Yes, they will play when they will have finished their work. So le futur antérieur is an expression in the future, but it is coming after, or it must have been accomplished before another action in the future. Now, plusquamperfect. I want to believe that you've also seen plusquamperfect. Plusquamperfect is like the opposite of futur antérieur, because plusquamperfect is now in the past. While plusquamperfect So what I'm saying here is this, just like we explained in the future expression that this is in the past and there are possibility to have more than one action in the past. So if I use plus passé composé for one of the actions, what will I use for the other action that came in before the passé composé? That's why plusquamperfect has come alive. So if I use this for passé composé, what will I use to express this other action that came in before the passé composé? So, le plusquamperfect s'utilise pour exprimer une action passée avant une autre action dans le passé. So pluscup is used to express an action that is past, but it came before another action in the past. For example, les enfants étaient sortis avant que leur père est arrivé. Alright? Les enfants étaient sortis avant l'arrivée ou avant que leur père est arrivé. The children had gone out before their father arrived. Alright? So the children had gone out. This action happened first before their father arrived. Alright, so in the next slide, I would like to show you how it is being conjugated or how we conjugate l'antériorité et postériorité.